Khanna of California. He's a member of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman Khanna, thank you very much for being here. And everything I have just said about these victims in the Epstein files, we know because you got the files.
Well, you laid out the stakes very factually and seriously. I mean, people need to understand what happened here. There was someone who has accused the President of the United States of assaulting her at 13. And she was interviewed by the FBI not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times. That means obviously the FBI took it very seriously. There is no indication that they think she is mentally unstable. No indication in the notes that there's anything wrong with her. And the FBI chooses to release one of those interviews where Donald Trump is not mentioned, but chooses to cover up and not release 3 of those interviews. And it's only Roger Sellenberg's excellent reporting that uncovers that they actually produced these 4 interviews to Maxwell, but they have not produced them to the American people. It is a huge cover-up.
So, and by the way, it's such impressive reporting, the kind of associations you have to do with all these pages, putting them together to figure out exactly what happened here. And then Congressman Garcia goes over and takes a look at the files and confirms what everyone thinks is going on here. So this is a violation of law that they're not releasing these files. These files clearly involve Donald Trump. And going forward, is there anything possible to extract this information from this Bondi Justice Department?
Yes, there's the legal route. As you remember, Thomas Massie and I asked for a special master for this very reason. And the judge did not say that that was unreasonable. He just said you need to file a lawsuit, or survivors need to file a lawsuit. So there is the Southern District of New York possibility. There's the possibility that Thomas and I are talking to in Congress to build a bipartisan coalition to say, look, it's not just these 3 interviews that concern Donald Trump. There has been now reporting that 90 survivor statements have not been released just by a review of these files. And we're not even talking about the redactions. They just have not produced these things. But for viewers who've been watching your show and who know that you were instrumental in all of this by introducing me to Bradley Edwards, making sure that we got the survivors. For those who've been following it.
Introducing you on TV.
On TV. But I mean, I was coming into the studio and one of your other anchors at MSNBC didn't know the whole story. I said, no, that's how we got all the survivors. That's how we got the public pressure to get this out. But they should know that you basically have 3 interview memoranda with someone who's accusing the President of the United States, and those aren't produced. I mean, put aside what you think of the claims. Why are they hiding it? If there's nothing to it, why aren't they producing it? And with all of this outrage, why aren't they producing it today? This should be the central issue for anyone who cares about this case. Produce the 3 other witness interviews with this accuser and tell us why you're covering that up.
What's also so fascinating about this stage of the reporting and what we're seeing is we're seeing what they were doing in the Trump Justice Department while you were trying to get the Epstein files released. You had already launched your campaign to get the Epstein files released. By the time they created this PowerPoint, they're actually adding to the Epstein files while you were demanding them, clearly with Donald Trump believing this stuff is never going to be released. Ro Khanna is never going to succeed. We're never going to have to release them. And you can see that there's a work product there that seems to be the kind of stuff they would have brought to the Oval Office